Okay, so now on to the G center. The G center is also the seat of the magnetic monopole, which is really our inner compass in life. And so the G center comes really with this clear sense of identity and direction, and basically a clear sense of self. And well, in this case, I have it open and you have it defined, so we can talk about the differences. And before I guess I go into my openness, I'm curious to hear from you how it feels to have it defined.
Well, the defined G center gives you a certain stubbornness, let's say, because you always know your direction in life and who you are in a global sense, not in a sense of goals like you would feel in the ego center of achieving something, but more your overall sense of who you are and what you stand for. And this always stays with you in your life. It doesn't matter if you're in a different community, a different country, with different kinds of people, rich, poor, spiritual, non-spiritual, drug addicts, whatever. This sense always stays with you. All these different people that I've met in my life, I've always knew who I was at this very deep level. And it can be quite different when you have it open, but I guess I'll let you speak to that.
Yeah, well, the openness, as always, is going to have a shadow, and well, there is a certain lack of sense of self and identity, actually. And because of that, as having it open, we can be quite influenced by others when it comes to our sense of direction and of who we are, really. And so there can be, especially in the younger years, being kind of like this chameleon who can take on any shape or form, basically based on who you hang out with and where you live and so on. But then later on, also tapping into the gifts, and being able to be more like, to use this sense of adaptation, and especially in my case, it's combined with the open throat, and the two together really are, it's a very, very amazing gift that you can have of, adapting yourself and even your speech depending on who you're with, basically. And that can come very handy in certain situations as long as you have found a deeper sense of self. So that's what I would say for people who have it open is try to find yourself with a big S. Now we're talking on a spiritual level, basically. And once you find yourself on a deep soul level, then you can really play around with the fluidity of identity, basically, knowing who you are deep down. And then there's no more insecurity. You know who you are. But that's something that came for me over the years, especially with deeper spiritual work.
Mm-hmm. I guess in that case, it would be smart for anyone with an undefined G center to really find an environment or a community or a group of people that is supportive to that initial.
Yeah, and anyways, for the open G, whoever you hang out with, whoever you spend time with is going to impact your sense of self and your sense of direction and really your destiny in life. And so you want to be, with all openness, you want to have a certain level of pickiness and selectiveness because of the influence that there is. And so, do I want to be influenced by this person? Do I like who they are deep down? Do I like where they're going? And obviously if the person has a defined G, it's going to have a stronger impact. And then also where we are, like literally our physical location is very important. For someone like you with a defined G, it doesn't really matter too much where you are. Like the environment has less of an impact on you. At least maybe on your health and all of that, but when it comes to your direction in life and to your destiny and to what really happens to you, it's not going to have so much of an impact. And in my case, having it undefined, I need to be very, very sensitive to where I need to be. And that changes over time. Yes, like right now it's here in Bali, and maybe in 6 months or in 6 years or in 60 years, it's going to change. But that's something that we need to be sensitive to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.